Welcome to Mastery Monday. Yay, thank you all for being here. I'm excited to do this. I know we did this a little later than usual. We usually do it on the first Monday of the month, but thank you for all being patient with the move that I just did, and we're still getting set up in the space here. So I'm just happy to be here. It's always nice to be able to connect in this way with all of you, and we'll be just doing some integration today, just kind of tuning in to what's been happening over the course of the past couple of weeks and what we're experiencing now, and tune into the wholeness of ourselves that's really coming alive right now, coming online, and allowing us to know more of ourselves in a way that we may never have. And we'll also just tune into some other pieces of conversation to support us in movement forward. And so for those of you who haven't been with us, how Mastery Monday rolls is we start with a nice grounding, connecting, opening meditation, and then I'll speak for a little bit on the topic, and we'll go into a short meditation activation based on what's happening right now and what the topic is, and then we'll after that open up into sharing so that anyone can share or ask a question. So I invite you all to just take a deep breath, close your eyes, just welcome yourself here to this space, really allowing yourself to take a deep breath in. As you take a deep breath in, letting your exhale release and allow your energy, your body to sink into your seat, to your chair. Feeling your body, welcoming yourself, welcoming your body, welcoming your attention and awareness to this present moment. This present moment. And all that you may be experiencing before or after this, that we can just let that settle into any spaces within your body, within your energy field that allows your attention to be right here, right now. We're going to ask for a nice golden light to flow from the top of your head through the center of your body, all the way down into earth, to the pure crystalline center of our earth. Asking for your higher self, the awareness that you are from within, the wisdom and connection that you are, to open up through your heart. Open up into every cell of your body, just to be here, to feel yourself, and just notice how your body is feeling, what thoughts you may have come in with, what emotions you may have come in with. Just allowing them to settle and ground into the space. If there's any tension in the body or in the mind, just asking this light to flow it down into the earth, and for the body to expand where it might be feeling any extra energy or tension. Just opening into the breath. Really letting that breath fill the belly. Open yourself to this moment, to your breath. Yeah, beautiful. Taking some breaths into your heart. Letting your heart open and expand above, below, the whole heart. The whole heart being open and willing to receive and be here with everyone today. So we're going to ask for a nice, beautiful. I'm saying a nice white blue light surrounding all of us as a whole, connecting all of us here together. And if you wish to, just expanding your awareness to all that are here. all that are here in our highest expression, highest awareness of who we are, so that all of our energies come together in the purest connection for a strong field of awareness, our collective group, coming into the clarity and purity of what's here for us today. Good, beautiful. Just allowing any transformation or healing or deeper connection and awareness of ourselves that's available. Anything that's presenting, welcoming it with an open mind and an open heart to create the wholeness that we are, knowing that we're whole in every moment. This is what we're going to open up into today. Just breathing into the body, breathing into your space, breathing into your feet. Just feeling and allowing your body and your presence to be here in your body, in your connection to self. Beautiful. Just taking a deep breath in and feeling more into your seat. And I'm going to begin to speak. And then if you wish to have your eyes open, that's fine. If you want to keep them closed to receive, that's fine too. Yes. So, wow. What times and places we've been navigating through recently, huh? It's been quite intense. It's been quite beautiful and overwhelming, maybe challenging, maybe painful at times. And just knowing that each one of these moments that's been showing up for us has been just a moment to really settle in more to ourselves, right? Really acknowledging all of those moments and thoughts and feelings that have been coming up to say, okay, what part of me is this? What part of me here is showing itself? What part of me is needing some attention, some love, maybe some nurturing, some self-care, or maybe even some movement, right? What parts of our bodies are speaking to us? Because there's a whole integration of the depth of ourselves surfacing, so that we can really acknowledge us, all that we've experienced in our experience of life itself, right? In the now, like everything that wants to merge in this moment, the merging of ourself, all the information of ourselves, all the physicality of ourselves, all the energy of ourselves, all the holographic field of ourselves is like saying, okay, it's right here. It's so much more accessible than it ever has been. And so with that, as we come into this wholeness of ourselves, it's going to just keep showing. It's just going to keep, whatever wants to surface itself is going to just keep showing up. And maybe it's been super inspiring and creative and expansive, and then the other parts that are like, whoa, who's that? Is that really me? Is that really coming through again, from whatever lifetime or part of our existence? So just welcoming those moments, because even if it's challenging, it's really that opportunity to expand, to really expand, and in those moments when we can really breathe into the challenge or breathe into the grief or the pain or the sadness, that's the moment to really say, okay, how much of me can I open into? How much of me can I welcome? How much of me can I really just allow, right? Allow to be present, allow to be in this moment. The more that we can allow that, there might be that resistance at first, or that moment of going, I don't want that, or didn't I do that already, or whatever it is, that we can just say, I'm here. I'm here and I'm willing. I'm here and willing to receive to receive myself and love this and have compassion. And also, just like that expansion, because the cells of our body, the DNA of our body, the physicality of our body, and is coming into a structure that's really allowing us to recognize how much of source we are, how much of from the inside out is really creating our life, this reality, this experience. And the more that we let that stuff that's coming from the inside out to have its expression, the more we tap into that pure, raw, beautiful energy and power that is here for us to work with and to show us our truth, right? To show us the beauty of these experiences that we're moving through. In the earth and the sun, the other day, it was really powerful. The sun had released a really powerful CME, and and we had all the solar wind, and you might have felt that in the way that energy was moving. But the sun was burning like bright white hot from the core, and I was just like, wow, I've never seen it do that before. And I was like, what is this? What's here for us? And it was like, it's just that pure energy to bring everything into alignment, to recognize that pure white light of power and synergy and creative capacity that we are inside, that just is really powerful, really hot, really pure, really, that just wants to transmute every possible thing that is not in imbalance or not within the scope of our awareness yet, to like bring it, to really bring it. And so that's what I've been saying, is like, just bring it, just bring it, because that's all we're really here to do, and to release all these pressures, because that's one of the things that I've been noticing too, with some emails that I've been receiving and stuff that's been showing up in sessions, are the kind of like these, what I feel are pressures or falsities in the spiritual community of what we think we have to do or be. And if we're tuning in, because a lot of times we have this idea based on what other people are doing in the world, and we get caught up in the external, and it's really about going so internal right now, so internal, that the internal is the compass, the internal is the space from which everything that we are is going to show itself. So instead of like reaching into these ideas of, having guides or channeling, or, going into these external authorities that are going to tell us, who we are, it's really going inside and saying, I'm open to this moment. I'm open to this moment, because this is what's showing me. This is what's showing me who I am. This is what's showing me what's present and what's here, right? And it's been a lot, because it's been kind of overwhelming to the body a bit, a bit overwhelming to the mental field, to the emotional field. Sometimes there's been pain in the body, or like for me, I might look a little tired, but it's like, I'm going to bed at night. I'm going to bed sometimes 9 o'clock at night, and sometimes not getting out of bed till 7, 8 in the morning, but it's just dreaming. So much activity, so much of ourselves wanting to resolve itself or show us or expand us. It's like just consistent information. It's just like we're constantly processing information, and the body's restructuring, right? It's like pretty soon, like, we're shifting a lot of the old programs of having to reach out to outside authority or the control that we have. And I know one of the biggest programs that I'm seeing released from the field, and I'd like to hear any comments as you're listening, if you want to write in chat or comments on Facebook of anything that you're resonating with or anything that you've been experiencing. So I'm recognizing, there's so much of the control program shifting, of how we need to control our reality, of how we want to control, who we are in the world, of this purpose, this idea of having to live something or be something, rather than letting the present moment of neutrality, of just showing up and being neutral and saying, I'm here. What's here for me in this moment, right? And letting go and giving more time for the play, giving more time for the relaxation, giving more time for the enjoyment of life, that we can go, okay, maybe shifting routines, right? Being open to shifting routines and doing things differently, just to start to generate a new energy, start to feel something new, so that we're not stuck in the same churning of energy that continues to be the same program is in place, so that that sense of control that we have of our reality, like if I do this, this is going to happen, right? Or if I, keep on this routine, then I'm going to gain this. It's like let's shifting that polarity of doing to gain, right? Instead of just being, to then receive and give, and just feel how that guides us. And it's a huge shift, right? Those, I feel like the that part of our emotional brain that's in fight or flight of surviving, that's really shifting right now to really get us into that space of just the higher consciousness mind, where we're truly receiving ourselves to be in the wholeness, and integrating these new structures. And for each of us, what I'm noticing is like there's an overall new integration and syncing and resonation of energy that's happening, where it's just pure light. So each one of us, our bodies are going to be different, right? The DNA is going to be different. The organs in our nervous system and the way our brain is operating is going to be different for each one of us, but it's shifting, right? Like, so one of the things that we're going to work on in the future, as it starts to happen more and more, is just shifting out of the whole limbic brain, right? Shifting out of even the artificial intelligence that's been guiding this body through the programs, right? The control, the narcissism, the serving, having to be in service, right? That sacrificing energy. There's so many programs that are shifting so that we can just tune into this crystalline energy that is us in our wholeness. So there's just and even the cellular energy of really coming online, where it's just generating our minerals, it's generating our food, it's generating our sustenance, right? So we're so encapsulated in this physicality that's creating our reality, right? That we're so pure and whole in our being, and it's just starting to happen incrementally, right? And sometimes it feels like we get a big surge, and we feel that physical shifting, we feel the mind shifting, we feel the emotion shifting. So just let these waves continue to carry you, let these waves continue to carry you, and just as much as you can, even though the fear might come up of who am I going to be after this? It's the unknown, right? I have no idea. Is it okay? It's okay to be in the unknown. It's really, because that's the truth. The truth, where the truth emerges from, is that unknown space, right? And I know a lot of our inner children have been speaking to us too, to shift any of the stuff that's been coming up, that we might have been holding, from our childhoods, that has created these repetitive patterns, right? These repetitive thoughts and ideas of what the world is and how we should be in the world. And so a lot of that's moving. Yeah. Dreams are so vivid lately, and there, yes, that resonates, being called to be so present. Yeah, absolutely. It's the gift, right? I love how present, right? Give yourself the present of presence. I like to say that a lot because it's so true. Because when you can really be in that moment, I know I talk about this a lot, but it's so powerful. One of the most powerful things we can do for ourselves is just be present. Really let yourself feel so deeply what it is you're thinking, what it is you're feeling, what it is you're experiencing in each moment. So, wow, the power that's in that, and the wholeness that's in that. That's what really creates our wholeness, our awareness of wholeness in each moment. Even when there's things outside in the world that seem to be like, whoa, that is not whole, that is not harmonious, right? Releasing the judgment of what doesn't feel whole or harmonious. Because when we can release that judgment of what doesn't feel whole or harmonious, then we tap into the wholeness of it. We tap into the purpose of each moment, the experience of each moment so much more deeply. So what I'd like to do in meditation is go into these spaces that we've been feeling recently, because I'm watching and I'm just noticing in the field of all of us here together, the parts of our bodies that are kind of like still, those cords that we've just been living out of for so long that have been plugged into different collective experiences, just kind of like flailing around, like, I need that, I want that, I want that reassurance, or I want that energy from that person or this experience to to support me, right? To feel that support, to feel that security, to feel that wholeness from the external. And so shifting into the internal experience. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Julie, emotions coming up to be acknowledged, then releasing. Good, good. Exactly, exactly. And yes, Charmini, surrender, survival to thrival. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because, when we think about thriving, or when we think about happiness or joy, there's that idea of that promise of once we reach a certain state in our like experience, or we've released enough or cleared enough, we're going to constantly be in a state of happiness and joy, right? And there's that idea of like the grace and the ease and all the words that are used, in the community, and this idea and our change, and just recognizing, that that's not outside of us, and it's not down the road, and it's not over here and it's not over there. It's right here in every moment. That thriving experience is right here in every moment, in every choice of, wow, I'm feeling that idea arise. I'm feeling this idea of, or I'm feeling my need, that experience of survival or that fight or flight, and going, ooh, okay. Just knowing that source energy of thriving exists in every moment. It's not something that we're trying to achieve, right? Or produce. It's something that just is, right? And so, yes, the more that we do become aware, we have more access to that happiness. We have more access to the joy. We have more access to the ease because we're practicing it. Not because it just automatically, it's going to be there one moment and it's not there the previous moment, right? It's that consistent practice of just connecting in and being present and allowing whatever's showing up to allow ourselves to come into the neutrality of the experience that creates that thriving energy. Because our body is our spirit, our soul, and constantly is generating energy. And then it's, what are we doing with that energy? What's it being focused into? That once we're really aware and we can pull ourselves back into, ourselves, and adjust and pivot whenever we need to, that creates more of that thriving energy, the thriving mindset, or the way the chemicals in the body are released for the brain to function, and the heart and everything to function in a way that is in that thriving experience, right? And just knowing that as we're all doing this in the collective, it creates more of that energy to have access to, right? So I'm just bringing this up so that we can recognize, instead of feeling down or like there's that lack, so we can shift from that lack idea of I'm not there yet, or I haven't experienced yet, or I can't maintain the happiness and joy all the time, right? And that brings a sense of failure, brings a sense of limitation because of our journey. It's like, recognize that that's a lot of, more false information or more false program, right? That what it is just a practice in each moment that allows more access to that, allows more synergy with that, allows more flow of that, because we're practicing, we're allowing, right? And some days it's going to be easier, and recognizing we're still human. There's still that human part of us, and just recognizing, okay, I'm just going to sit here and be with this. I'm just going to sit here and be with whatever is here, to allow that energy to move and flow and connect. So that we can shift from that lack to just being, that lack to neutrality, that lack into, or that seeking, right? Or that pulling from outside, just saying, okay, it's all right here. It's always right here. It's always been right here. And it always can be right here, right? And that each moment that we can just sit and be with whatever it is, that's the power. That's the magic. That's the beauty. That's the creation. So the more that we can practice that, the more that energy of joy can arise, because we're being present with ourselves, right? And that's all we ever really want, right? That's all we really ever want. That's all what we're really seeking, is that, right? Is us. So yeah. So with that, I'm just going to see what other comments are here, and then we'll go into the meditation. And yeah, yesterday Me told me this and wrote it on a wall, nice, in our toilet with a heart around it. I allow myself to be courageous and transform fear into growth. Yes, beautiful. It does take the courage and the bravery to sit with all of it, right? Yeah. And Gordon, I feel that so much of my identity and its supporting thoughts have fallen apart, that there's no option but to look within and rest in the stillness. Yes, thank you for bringing that in. The identities that all of this stuff has been built upon, is just like, let it burn up, let it be like ashes to the ground, right? Because that's not really who we are. All the identities and personalities that have been built up around these ideas, right? It's no longer here. And that's what's crumbling. And that's what we sometimes want to keep holding on to. That's when we feel that intensity of something shifting. It's like, whoa, I don't know. That's the part of us that's no longer needed, right? That's the part of us that's like, hey, that doesn't, we can shed that identity. We can shed that, all the things that we've plugged into from that identity. And let something more true of us be, right? Yeah. Yes, experiencing, thriving through surrender, being in continuous true freedom. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. But the now. There's nothing but the now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Julie, how do you sit with someone verbally attacking you? Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Been there. So one of the things that I've used when I'm feeling like, when there's someone right there in your face, and it's like, whoa, okay, and it's not feeling good, and the words and the energy, it's really stepping in. It's really stepping into the body, taking some breaths and stepping into the body, and just looking at that person and being like, wow, look at you, look at that person. What is, what's going on? What's that space? So it's like really drawing all of our energy so deep into ourselves, right? That we're just sitting with ourselves, and we just become that witness. We just become that witness, and we just really go, okay, I'm going to just be the witness right now, and I'm going to neutralize my energy, and I'm not going to give that any of my energy. And I'm just going to go, wow, that person really has something deep going on. And do I want to take part in this? Do I need to receive this right now? Do I need to leave? Am I going to walk away right now with no response, with no engagement? Right? Because that's what happens in that space of surrender, through those moments of neutrality, those moments of whether we're face to face with our self or face to face with someone else, is disengagement. Right? We don't engage with those energies. We can acknowledge them, we can witness them, but we choose whether or not it's within us to engage with that energy or not. Like for me, a lot of times I'll just be like, thank you, and walk away. And then recognize, that we have that opportunity. We have that opportunity to do that. And that person is really needing love, compassion. There's something so deep inside of them that's missing that love and missing that compassion. And if we can allow that love and compassion for ourselves enough to disengage, and they have nothing to attack, then they're just going to have to sit with themselves over and over and over again, right? And so that's what I'll do a lot, is just be like, whoa, if I find myself starting to react, even if I go into reaction, I'm like, oh, okay, wait, I'm seeing myself, I'm reeling myself back in. Whew, do I want to engage with this or not? And how is it that I want to engage? I love you, and goodbye. Have a nice moment. I'm leaving the room, or whatever it is, right? So yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Julie. Yeah, and the power of choice is one of the best insights. It is. We have choice in every moment. And sometimes even when we find ourselves in our loop thoughts, or those moments where we're judging ourselves, or we're like, blah, 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 you're not doing this yet, or this isn't happening, whatever it is. It's like, do I really want to engage with that? Really? Am I really going to choose to engage with that? Like, what do you need? What is that? What do you need? Right? Do you need some love right now? Do you need a cup of tea? What do you need? Because what you're doing right now isn't going to get you any closer to what you want, right? So yeah, Staris, yeah, Ho'oponopono, yeah, I can't remember exactly the sequence of it, but I love you, I thank you, forgive you. Yeah. 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 Yeah, absolutely, Sharma. I have no opinion, no judgment, no belief equals freedom. Yeah, stay in my inner center of any external storm. Absolutely. That's the only thing we can do. I mean, not that we can. You can do whatever you want, but that's the powerful place to be. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go into meditation. Let's go into meditation and let's feel that. Let's feel that power of our space, of our wholeness that is always right here, right? That we can strengthen, that we can bring that courage, we can bring that willingness, we can bring that allowance of the pure identity of ourselves, which is just being, which is free, right? It's willing to be in the moment and choose. All right, so yeah, I realized I haven't checked Facebook. I just want to see if anyone's commented. Yeah, okay, great. Because I know sometimes it's challenging for ourselves to admit to ourselves what we're really feeling, or who we really are, what emotions are really happening, what thoughts are really happening, who we're choosing to be, who we've chosen to be, right? And sometimes when we can really acknowledge ourselves and really say, yes, I'm being that, I'm saying those things, or I'm feeling those things, that's when we can really come into that allowance of ourselves and let it settle and let it relax, right? And then the program loses power. And just like that person that might be in front of us, or that experience out in front of us that feels attacking or doesn't feel good, we go into that neutral space saying, wow, look at that. Okay. That doesn't feel good to my body right now, and I'm just going to neutralize it. And then it can diffuse, because there's nothing, you're not giving it any energy, right? You diffuse it, you let the charge out of it, right? And that's how we do that with ourselves. That's how you can do that with yourself too, is release the charge out of emotions or thoughts. It's like, I can disengage from that. So let's take a deep breath in and just allow everything that came up within us and what we heard and what we're feeling just to settle into our bodies, settle into the earth. Yeah, so I'm just seeing there's a lot happening here with all of us in the field. So I'm just going to call upon the quantum love sanctuary to surround us, the space that really carries the pure frequency of heart, of love, of source, of creativity, of our strength, of our courage, of our capacity to really truly sit and be with ourselves, to really truly sit and be as ourselves, for ourselves, of ourselves. So just breathe into the body here. Breathe into the body, and we're going to call a white light in, a white light that does support the purity and the centeredness of our being. And just wash over us like a beautiful, sparkling, pure waterfall of light flowing through to allow, and it's flowing through our energy bodies, our subtle bodies, as well as our physical bodies, all the cells of the body, to meet with the light within, To allow anything that's on the surface right now that's been any bit of overwhelm or frustration or discomfort within the physical body or the emotional mental bodies to just receive some calming, soothing energy. Calming, soothing energy here. Just letting yourself be in a space of being held. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Just allow yourself to sit in this moment, your body, of yourself, and if there's anything that is on the surface that's feeling uncomfortable, emotions or thoughts or physical sensations, we're just going to bring a nice golden light on the outside of your body that can just support you, just fully feeling it, fully experiencing it. What is it showing you? What is it here for? What does it want to message you? What does it want to become as it reveals itself to you? Good, beautiful. Yeah, just letting yourself have this moment of heart love with yourself, feeling that centeredness. And as we're doing that, we're going to ask for any and all cords in the physical body or in the subtle bodies to dissolve that are still connected into. And you can give yourself permission for this or not, if it feels good for you or not to do this, to release any cords that are still seeking and pulling energy from any external authorities for you to receive what it is that you want or desire, that you're seeking. So that, yeah, good. A lot moving there. And breathing into the heart and allowing your inner sense of self, your inner sense of knowing, your inner power to expand through you. That who you are and what you are and what you're receiving and knowing and being is right here, right now. Breathing into the heart here and letting that expand, open, expand through you. I'm just seeing and welcoming and opening into the root and the abdomen here. So there's a lot of energy that wants to shift here around our power, around our root and foundation, as that's what's been shifting so intensely lately, is our foundation of self in this world as ourselves. We're going to ask for any and all programs, ideas, beliefs, patterns that are still of the old foundation, that are ready to reveal themselves and transmute into this unified whole sense of power and being of self here. Ooh, yeah, beautiful. I'm just seeing more capacity to ground into the center of the pure crystalline of earth that's holding the energetics of our pure self as well, supporting us, just flowing this energy down to the center of earth, the whole body, just releasing and seeing how much more of yourself can go into that allowance of surrender. Just letting your shoulders drop, just let everything be. Letting your body just relax into you. Relax into you. Good. And we're calling all the energy that's wanting to integrate through the subtle body fields of your pure soul self holographic field. That's the template of your being that's being created from the inside out. Ooh, a lot of integrating through the subtle bodies into the physical body. And from the innermost light of the cell, that is the light of life here within to shine even brighter, to meet within the heart, to meet within the center channel of your body. So just really grounding in and feeling that center channel of your body light up, where it is that we can center into and be neutral and be strong, be connected, be whole. Good. Feeling that, welcoming yourself, welcoming yourself. Breathing in, soothing energy here, knowing yourself in this moment, just opening into anything else that wants to reveal itself and show itself to you, that is wanting to be acknowledged with any love, any openness. Yeah. When all the elements are showing up right now as well to support us in understanding and knowing ourselves as the creator of our existence through this physical being. So if any one of them is showing up to guide you, to show you, to support you, any water, any fire, any air, any earth, any ether, or any, the substance of our being, really wanting to integrate more deeply to our knowing, just witnessing here. It's going to take a moment for you to continue to witness yourself. Yeah, good. Just watching energies of grief, more grief shifting out of the body that we've been holding of ourselves and for ourselves, as well as the collective. Good. Letting that move. Letting that move and be held with love. And anywhere we're holding that pressure through the spine, through the nervous system, the pressure in the spine of anything that's happening in the outside world or anything that's happening with us that we feel we want to be or have to be, or we're not sure about because of the way the world is going, just let's release, let's bring this light around that pressure, any of the frustration or the overwhelm through the cells and nervous system of the body, through the nervous system and the spine and the brain. We're just going to ask for all of the good. How much of that are you willing to relax and flow into? Gentle flow of being here. Gentle flow of being. Allowing some deep breaths to go into the belly, just filling yourself with the air, filling yourself with the breath, filling yourself with the light of you. How much of you is willing to acknowledge that you're whole and pure and free in every moment? That no matter what is arising, there still is that pureness and wholeness and freedom in all of it. That all of it. Just information and here. Good. And just breathing into the parts of yourself that want to come home to you. Maybe it's an inner child, maybe it's just a feeling, a sensation, a way of being that's can play more, be free more, relax more, is willing to see and feel yourself more. What part of yourself wants to come home to you right now? Just breathing into the heart. Mm. Beautiful. Welcoming you, just continuing to welcome yourself here. As we bring more of this energy of wholeness through the energy bodies, and yeah, good. Ooh, yeah. I'm just seeing parts of the identities and egos releasing from the subtle fields where they've been held in the mental field that creates any patterns of thought of who you need to be, have to be, that's no longer true for you. Repatterning into this wholeness, this presence, this neutrality, this centeredness, this wholeness, this willing to acknowledge the self and be with what is in each moment. That creates the generation of power and wholeness of who you are consistently. Ooh, yeah. All the cells of the body alive. Just breathing into this moment and seeing what's present here. Is there anything present? You can send any of this powerful, pure energy to any parts of your physical body, or any healing, any parts of the mental or emotional bodies that you would just like to bring more awareness and energy to. Yeah. Good, and I'm just seeing more energy integrating into the center fields of the body and the cells that have been orbiting around the field. Now it has space to come into and anchor into, relax into. Good. Just affirming to the self, I am whole, I am pure, I am free. Whatever words that feel resonant for you to really acknowledge and expand and allow to your awareness. The calming energy, loving energy. The courage, bravery to be the witness, the bravery to stand any moment knowing your choice, being your choice. Resonating with yourself, your internal power, your internal compass, your internal wisdom, and sense of self and connection. And feeling that and finding that space deep within the center of your being that is this, that you can connect into and ground into and really feel in this moment. It really allows you to just sit and be in your seat and feel your body, that all is well here and now. Is there anything presenting itself to you that shows itself with any adjustments and ways of being in your life that supports this more and more? What supports you? What allows you to be in this more and more? Beautiful. Ah, wholeness. This is the embodiment. This is the embodiment. This is the truth of you. Welcoming yourself. Welcoming yourself to this space, and let's ask for everything that you engage with in your life. You can see it out in front of you in individual bubbles, if it's relationships, children, partners, job, projects, creations, whatever it is, and just sending this light to them, that it integrates and resonates and comes into coherence with every aspect of your life. That this internal power of you is what guides and expands and opens and knows what's resonant in each moment, in each one of these relationships, each one of these experiences. That everything that happens within them starts within. And just breathing them in and breathing your energy into your body. And finding that deep space of power and centeredness and love and connection to yourself within. Beautiful. Taking a deep breath. Feeling your body, letting this really go through your whole body. So just breathing it down your legs, into your feet, into the earth, through your torso, down your arms and fingers, through your face, through your head. Letting yourself be. When you're ready, opening your eyes to the space around you and just acknowledging the space around you from this inner centered space. Acknowledging this creation that's reflected from inside out, outside in, and that relationship. Beautiful. Beautiful. Taking a deep breath in, allowing yourself to return to the space with ease and connection. It's you here now. Just noticing any sensations, feelings, thoughts, experiences that have been showing up for you through this, that you want to continue with and affirm in your life and create. Beautiful. Yeah. Really wonderful to witness all the shifting there, especially with the connections to the outside authority, all the energy that poof was like, okay, I can draw all that back in, all that power that I'm sending out into the world for me to feel myself or know myself, right? To bring all that energy and power back within. And all the pieces that came home or just came in that we're able to anchor in. It was really beautiful to witness that as well. So much coming alive within the body, within the fields, to be yourself, to engage with more. That is you. And yeah, thank you, Philip. Yeah, thank you for the cleansing release. You're welcome. Yeah, Julie, so soothed and held much love and acceptance of what is essential remains. Thank you. So feel free here to write in the chat, and we'll also take a few moments here for those of you who want to share your voice. And if you wish to, you can raise your hand either on the screen or raise your hand in the chat or participants. And I can call upon you to unmute yourself. Yeah. it's really amazing, what's happening in our reality and what we came here, what we came here to experience and create is beingness, right? So that we are a part of of this creation of this world that's wanting to become the truth again, become the power, become the real, being real. And this is what being real is, right? When we're really willing to acknowledge ourselves and we're willing to be real, to stand up with who we are and to flow who we are and to connect with who we are and to share with who we are, right? The world is wanting to be real again, real and true. And that's what we're doing and creating here. So yeah, Adam, finding myself again, and Charmony, yeah, thank you. Been doing my own mini versions of this continuously, especially when triggered, returning to my true soul gnosis in this now moment. Beautiful, exactly. This is what we're here to do. All right, Adam, go ahead. You can unmute yourself and share. Ecstasy is the word that came up. Ooh, a lot of debris went away. Yes, to ecstasy. All right, Adam, love to hear.
Hello, Christine. Hello. Nice to see you again. Yes, I've really felt connected to myself again, to my true self. And it's an inner release, getting back to my center, so that I can find that inner space and disconnect from all the patterns and all the tendencies in my personality that are giving me, not allowing me to deal with life in a good way, but not allowing all these reactions, all these tendencies in me, all the patterns and all my temperament or whatever. Not letting all of that getting in the way of being inside myself, so that I can deal with everything on a really, really spiritual level. So it's wonderful to be reintegrated again. It's a feeling of reintegration. That's what I feel about. Yeah.
Beautiful. Wow. Incredible. Thank you, Adam, for sharing all of that, to really be yourself and integrate and shift what's no longer present or necessary to experience. Beautiful. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, it is. It's such a, it's kind of relieving in some ways, even though it can be overwhelming or uncomfortable at times. It can be, there's that sense of relief, right? That can happen too. And we're like, okay, I can surrender and open into this and just let that piece go, or let that idea go, or let that pattern just, go, so that a new experience can have its expression in us and we can really feel and tap into that. And there's a relief, because there can be so much of our energy or our power or experience wrapped up around something that we've been experiencing for maybe a long time in our lives, right? And when we can finally just go, whew, there's that sense of, wow, for me lately, it's been that, just going into that incredible space of, I can really do something different. And that's what I've been really wanting, right? That's what it's been really wanting to have its expression through me. And because of wanting to hold a certain thing in place, I haven't allowed that. And now there's just no holding on anymore. There's just no holding on anymore. It all wants to just shift. And the more we can do that, it's like that sense of relief. So there's not all that unconscious stuff having to hold all this other stuff in place anymore, right? Just opens up a whole new access to ourselves and abilities and ways of being and relaxation and calmness and connection with ourselves and with others. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate you being here. Yeah. Yeah, Sharmi, thank you. Beautiful connection today, here to feel unity alignment. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sharmi. Yes, no more holding on. Yes. Isn't it fascinating how much we'll hold on to that sometimes we don't even know we're holding on to, right? We don't even know that's what we're holding on to, because we think we're kind of flowing, right? We think we're like being, then all of a sudden something pops up that, is like, oh, hey, oh, really? Okay. Thanks for showing yourself. And that's, the more we do this, the more that stuff can show up in its fullness and wholeness, right? And then we can truly see it for what it is, and see how it's patterned into all these different places, and be like, wow, fascinating. So it's that part of us that we can reach into ourselves from that curiosity, that innocence, that childlike curiosity that's in that space of wow. So it's like that witnessing, and willing, letting it just letting it be the surprise, letting what underneath it be the present, of ourselves being present to ourselves, right? And that gift, that gift, that sense of relaxing into ourselves, that there's nothing to uphold, there's no identity that needs to be upheld anymore, right? We can just set that free, set it free. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Charmy, laughing. Yeah, so much holding on, isn't it? It's like the cages we've created that we don't even know we've created until we start to uh piece by piece take the bars out, or just fling open the door. Let's just fling open the door, right? Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. I want to read these comments here. Yeah, Sarah, you're welcome. Thank you for always, thank you. Always holding a loving, beautiful space, sending love to all. Yeah, yeah, it feels so damn good to see it and release it lighter. Yeah, like a big kid. Absolutely. Thank you, Ing. Yes. Yes, this group is so soft and safe. Love co-creating in here, special experiences. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being supportive and creating it. Yeah, and Adam being present in the present. Yeah. Yeah, so I think, one of the images that really comes to mind here is like seeing ourselves as the gift. We're the gift, not who we need to be, or the happiness at the end of the rainbow, or whatever it is. Right here, right now, we're the gift. Are we willing to open up this gift in each moment and see and feel and experience what the gift is, right? And that, whoever's presenting themselves to, and recognizing whatever's presenting in our world outside in front of us is our gift as well. Even if it's sometimes, like Julie was saying earlier, someone's verbally and textually, ooh, here's a gift. Now I get to test my neutrality. I get to test my presence. I get to test like who I am, what's going to show up here, right? Let's play. Like, so we can see it all as the play, instead of all of something that we're constantly feeling like it has to be different or it has to be something else, right? Allowing it to be the gift in each moment. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. Anyone else want to share anything? Yeah, Dustin. Thank you, Kristen. Your guidance is always amazing. So very much appreciated. Thank you for illuminating the way for so many. Yeah, thank you, Dustin. I appreciate the light you share in the world as well. Beautiful being. Yes. Yeah, Sharmini, we are the gift. Yes, thank you. It's true in this play. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So just want to also share that next Wednesday, the 26th, I'll be opening up into one of our longer 2-hour meditation groups to kind of go deeper into unraveling some of this stuff. We're going to kind of really pinpoint some areas, and we'll be seeing what shows up as we near that moment as well. And we'll just continue some of this opening ourselves up as a gift moments together. Because there's been some things presencing itself in the field that I think it's really ready to dive into, and create that safe place to go a little deeper into these more what we might think is uncomfortable or challenging places. So we'll have some playtime with that. So yeah, so let's close. And it's lovely to see, it's been lovely to witness all of you here. And so just take a deep breath in. Breathe into the gratitude breathe into the gratitude of yourself for being here and willing to step into your wholeness more and more, of your presence, of your love, your connection to self. Really allowing that to open up into your body so that we can be here, truly be here, be real with ourselves, be real with the world, and integrate all of this and be calm, yeah, with it as much as possible. So thank you. Just having gratitude and for everyone that's here and everyone that's coming to the replay and the quantum love sanctuary. And you can ask that right now to remain around you for the rest of the day if you wish, to just create that container of soothing love and connection to self. And I'll just ask it to release from the whole field for all of us, all of our energies, to then just come into our own individual bodies and spaces, and that we move through our day from this strength, from this courage, and this sense of allowance and surrender and freedom. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for all being here. I love each and every one of you. And yeah, we'll see you next time. And enjoy your day. Yeah, move your body, get some flow, get some nature, get some fresh air, and go play. Go play with life. So I'll send out the replay and we'll connect again soon. I love you all. Thank you. And you can unmute yourself if you want to say goodbye. Yeah, thank you, Gordon. Fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Be well.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks,
Thank you.
Kristen. Namaste. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Namaste.
Have a wonderful week.
Next time.
Namaste.
Yeah.